What is going on, guys? Dakota from D Caldwell Photography, and happy New Year's. In today's video, I'm going to be in Lightroom reacting and editing a few old photos I took back in 2019. I know a few of you guys have requested some workflow and Lightroom videos, so I'm here to deliver early in 2021. So let's go ahead and jump in and get started. So in 2018 and 19, a bunch of my photos came from meetups with photographers, other creatives, and models within the community. I was really nervous and scared to shoot with people other than Kia one-on-one, believe it or not, so I'm glad I grew out of that. This photo in particular came from Jordan Johnson. He was in the photography challenge that I held on my channel a little bit last year, but this photo came from one of his meetups that I took, and a lot of the photos I'm going to be editing today actually came from that meetup in 2019. So I just thought it would be a good idea to go back and kind of just look at some of my old work, react to it like I mentioned earlier, and kind of show you guys what I would do differently. Alrighty, so here is the image that I edited in 2019. So just looking at this image right here, I can already tell kind of what I did with this photo. Immediately I went kind of crazy with the dehaze button in Adobe Lightroom, and I just want to throw this out there too, that as a creative, I understand that you are your worst critic, but it's also important to kind of sit back and just take in the process of where you were to where you are at now. And I am able to confidently come in here and showcase to you guys a photo that at the time I thought was really good, but now knowing what I know, looking at it and be like, hey, I could have did this much differently, which is what I'll showcase in today's video. So like I mentioned, there's a lot of, I use the dehaze feature in Lightroom heavy on here. Some parts of the skin are definitely oversaturated. I think I was trying to highlight this alley light that was shining in and illuminating his face, and kind of went a little bit crazy, going for that moody aspect. So I'm gonna go ahead and start editing the raw of this photo to see what I would do a little bit different now. So the first thing that I'm gonna do to this photo now, and this bugs the heck out of me, this little open gap here, there's an extra space that probably doesn't need to be there. I'm not digging that for the photo, so I'm gonna go ahead and just crop in a little bit, bring this down. That looks a lot better. I just don't see the purpose of having that little open gap there. So after that, I mean, my favorite part when I'm in Lightroom editing is to just slap on one of my presets. So this is an urbanist photo based off of the color schemes, where I know this photo was taken, etc. So I have a specific set of presets on my left hand side here. I'm going to go with the So Fresh So Clean look. As you see, here is what the photo looks like prior to, and I slap on my So Fresh So Clean preset, and it really gives it that moody aspect to complement the urban theme. So we're going to go ahead and click that on here. Alrighty, so now I'm going to go ahead and click on my Radial filter. So what I want to do for this, I see that his jacket is gray. That's cool, it's light gray. I just want to maybe up the texture, add a little bit of that dehaze feature to kind of darken it just a tad bit, you know. So you can use this Radial filter and just select specific parts within your photo, and then change different things. You can up the hue on the photo, do all sorts of weird things, up the saturation, you know, make things a little bit sharper if you were highlighting a specific object. So we're gonna go and just darken that just a tad bit. The texture on the jacket, you know, this was taken with a 42 megapixel camera. So I'm looking for detail. Just bright, yep, leave that 3. I like that a lot. Okay, so you know, just like math, right, what you do to one side, you have to do it to the other. So what I like to do here for the Radial feature, I will duplicate it, right? So if you see it's duplicated again, you can duplicate it so many times and it just adds another layer of that same texture and those same settings that you set. So I just duplicated this twice, so there's 3 different filters on this one area. I'm gonna go ahead and move one over to the other side because I know the light is shining in, but I'm just to kind of make sure that one part of the jacket isn't like super darker than the other one. So I'm gonna adjust this here. Okay, so then what I'm gonna do, duplicate that. I'm going to pop that baby down here because we are getting all sides of that. So the jacket colors do seem to match up. Okay, I think we're done with that. Also, I want the watch, say if we up the clarity all the way. Yeah, not feeling that too much, or the texture. You don't want it to stand out too much from the photo, but I definitely just want folks to know that it's there. Yeah, let's click off of that, play back in. Yeah, so you kind of see, if we do a before and after, you kind of see that the texture of the watch here is a little bit more highlighted than it was before. You can see the texture a little bit, and I just want folks to know that the watch is here because the color, it adds another element to the photo. So I'm gonna click off of my before and after. Whoops, click off my before and after here, and now I like vignetting. I like shadows, as you guys know from some of my other pictures that you see on IG or in the YouTube videos. I definitely like a lot of shadows, so I'm gonna go up here to the vignetting option. We have a medium or we have a heavy. I really like the shadows underneath, so I'm gonna go with heavy for this photo. Okay, I'm digging this so far. Alrighty, so we have a nice vignette. The picture looks a little bit moody. I'm digging it. So you always want to go around and look to see what else you can do to perfect your photo, right? Like, do any colors stand out to you? And in my opinion, just double checking the photo here. I see a little tinge of pink within the hands here, just compared to the face. And I'm not digging kind of like the two-tone section here. So what I'm gonna do, I am going to go to my hue section at under the HSL and color section down here. So I am going to just brighten that a bit. Yeah, you can start seeing the difference the higher you go, right? The higher you go, it seems to match just a tad bit more. So I'm gonna play on the safe side and stay at about let's do 35. Let's do 35. If we do another before and after photo, yeah, you can definitely see the difference. And I am a fan of this. You can definitely see the difference. Okay, actually, now that I look a little bit more, I'm just gonna bump that up to 40. It's a never-ending cycle of trying to perfect your photo here. Okay, I shot this photo at ISO 1250 according to my chart at the top, my histogram at top. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just bump up the luminance just a little bit, just about 10 points or so, just to take out some of that noise in the background. So yeah, I'm really liking this. So I'm going to compare on screen the 2019 edit versus the current edit right now. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video. I would love to make more Lightroom videos for you guys going forward. And also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. 2021 is going to be filled with a lot of amazing content, and you won't want to miss my weekly updates. Thank you guys again. Happy New Year's, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.